sizzling savings at Brookings Auto Mall. We've made a special purchase of 2016 Chevy Malibus, 8 to choose from starting at just $13,995. Details at brookingsautomall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. What's in your driveway?
Will Badlands Motor Speedway take another spin around the track this summer? We'll tell you about the latest effort to sell the branded racetrack coming up. And the Sioux Falls LGBTQ community gets ready to host its first ever Pride Parade. We'll have a preview coming up in Boredom Busters. Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your weekend. We also have a pretty long list of Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. Musical history hit a high note in downtown Sioux Falls last night with the debut of the Levitt at the Falls Summer Concert Series. Singer Ruthie Foster headlined the Levitt's first night. The opening concert drew a large crowd of music fans who said they were impressed by the brand new venue. There's another concert tonight. We'll tell you who's playing coming up a little later in Boredom Busters. Well, you can expect to see more police cars on the streets of Sioux Falls. The police department is conducting its monthly DUI saturation today. Extra officers will be on duty watching for impaired drivers and enforcing other traffic rules, including making sure you're buckled up. Businessman Chuck Brennan is promoting a new effort to sell his Badlands Motor Speedway in Brandon. Brennan has posted on a website that he's working on a possible race in August. The post says the winner could walk away with the track, but it will cost each racer $200,000 to enter. While this race is only in the planning stages, we expect to learn more about it next week. Stay with KELOLAND.com for the latest developments on this story. Well, will it be a wet weekend for parts of KELOLAND? Here's meteorologist Grant Smith in the Storm Center. Good morning, Grant.
Yes, Perry, it does look like we're going to be seeing some more rain in the forecast this weekend. Today's chances are going to be in eastern KELOLAND, and then tomorrow it switch over to the west. What we have going on is we've got this northerly flow because of that low pressure way off to the northeast of us, and that's going to be pushing in some of that mild air. So as we swap out these air masses, that's going to be bringing us chances for some rain. So what can you expect out of this forecast? Well, we got more rain and storms in the forecast today. Some of those thunderstorms could be strong to severe, especially in southwest Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. Highs today will be in the 70s, but mostly the 80s. And then the 7-day forecast is looking at some mild temperatures at or below average. Take a look at those forecast details in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thank you, Grant. Well, Levitt at the Falls presents the Latin Grammy Award-winning all-female mariachi group Florida Toloache. The free performance is at 7 o'clock tonight at the Levitt Band Shell, located at the entrance of Falls Park West. Celebrate the LGBTQ community during a pair of events taking place in Sioux Falls. The first ever Pride Parade takes place along Phillips Avenue starting at 10 a.m. That's followed by the Pride in the Park Festival at Terrace Park from noon to 4. Royalwood Dairy near Brandon is hosting Breakfast on the Farm from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The free event includes pancakes, kids entertainer Phil Baker, tours of the dairy, and crafts. The South Dakota Peach Festival is a weekend celebration of peaches and other foods, baking, games, and live music from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the W.H. Lyon Fairgrounds. Admission is free. South Dakota country music artist Haley Steele will perform at 5 o'clock. Zippity Zoo Day is a summer children's carnival at the Great Plains Zoo. Activities such as inflatables, jumpers, face painting, carnival games, zookeeper talks, and musical entertainment takes place from 9 to 3. The cost is a zoo admission. Strawbale Winery in Renner is hosting the Great Plains Ice Cream and Cheese Festival from 11 to 5. The festival not only includes tasty treats, but also live music and a kids' play area. Admission is $10 for adults, $2 for children. Legends for Kids free sports clinics in Sioux Falls include a basketball clinic at the Sanford Pentagon from 9 to 11. A free lunch will be served from 11 to noon. That's followed by a wrestling clinic at the Pentagon from 12:30 to 2:30. The gymnastics clinic will be held from 12:30 to 2:30 at Power and Grace Gymnastics. Grant?
All right, let's take a look at that forecast. We do have some thunderstorm chances. Looks like the bulk of the thunderstorms will be firing up kind of shortly after the lunch hour here in eastern KELOLAND. But early this morning, we've already been seeing some activity in the northeast. And this energy will continue to move from west to east as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon. So if you're in the Minnesota or northwestern Iowa areas, that's when we may see some of those thunderstorms passing through this afternoon. And then behind it, this is where we may see some very spotty, isolated, however you want to phrase it, thunder showers late this afternoon into the evening. But once we get to the late parts of the day, well, that's when things should be fading out or moving out. So the overnight, we're looking at clear and quiet conditions. As far as the severe weather potential, it's there in eastern KELOLAND with a bullseye at a slight risk in Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. Main concerns are going to be hail and wind, but because the surface low is passing right over us, there is a low tornado threat. But essentially, we just can't rule out an isolated, just enough rotation to get a tornado going. And the risk of flooding due to heavy rain is also low, also a marginal risk right there. Kind of mainly over in Minnesota, but you can see the bulk of that is just outside of KELOLAND to the north and to the east. So your forecast for today, 70s, 80s, thunderstorms in the east, spotty thunder showers in central South Dakota during the heat of the day. Western South Dakota is looking to stay dry. And then overnight tonight, clear skies across the areas. Temperatures cool to the 50s. And then tomorrow, because of that more mild, cooler air moving in, we're going to see a lot more highs in the 70s tomorrow. Thunderstorm chances out in western South Dakota. And then your 7-day forecast, well, because we have this northwest flow, that's usually makes you more susceptible for kind of daily scattered shower and thunderstorm chances. So we got daily shower and thunderstorm chances beginning in Sioux Falls on Monday, and temperatures topping out in the low to mid 70s, which is below average for this time of year. Aberdeen also seeing those daily thunderstorm chances beginning on Tuesday, just for kind of some scattered chances there. Temperatures also topping out in the low to mid 70s, which is about 5 or so degrees below average for this time of year. Central South Dakota is going to top out in the upper 70s, which is just a couple of degrees below the average for this time of year. So they're going to be closest to normal. Chance for thunderstorms on Tuesday, and then again on Thursday and Friday. Rapid City in western South Dakota, almost a daily chance for showers or thunder showers beginning on Sunday. Highs topping out in the lower to middle 70s.
And thank you for joining us for KELOLAND on the Go. You can get up-to-the-minute developments right here on KELOLAND.com. Have a great day.